Everyone says travel is expensive, but just how expensive is it? I am in Amsterdam, so let's see how much I spend in a day of eating, traveling through the city.
I love traveling. It's one of my favorite things to do. And when I travel, I love to try new foods, go to different restaurants, and do all of my research. So when I was in Amsterdam, I really made sure to hit some highlights. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how much I paid for one day of eating. I was there for 3 full days, but this is just for one day. So if you guys enjoy this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's go ahead and get started with how much I spent for a day of eating.
Such a peaceful morning out here. It's a Saturday morning around 8:45 and there's no one out. I must have been out partying last night or something, but like it's so peaceful. I just love walking by these canals and seeing everything. It's so stunning, and I think that's what I love about Amsterdam is like how quaint and quiet these areas of the city are. So when I travel, I like to be really conscious of the money that I have. I am by no means someone who counts her pennies when she travels when it comes to eating, but I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on food because that's just not who I am as a person. So I always try to look for things that are reasonably priced, but I don't want to be eating like food truck things the entire time. So that is kind of what this video is going to be about, is how much am I actually going to spend on just how I feel, what sounds good, what looks good, and really compare the costs. I've already been here for a day, so I can tell you for a fact that Amsterdam is very expensive. I come from Poland, which is on the zloty, and Amsterdam is on the euro. And let me tell you, those things are not similar at all. There's about a 4-to-1 conversion rate, and since I've been living in Poland for so long, I haven't experienced how expensive the euro is until I came to Amsterdam. I knew euro was expensive because I have traveled a lot in Europe, but it wasn't until recently, this trip, did I really experience the power of the expensive euro. So I am actually headed off to breakfast right now. It's to a place called Bakers and Roasters. Apparently it's really popular on Instagram and the menu looks good. So let's go figure it out. So I ordered a latte and a green juice. They looked delicious. And they gave me some free water, which was nice. So now I'm just waiting for breakfast to show up, enjoy this, and then let's get on with our day. So I just finished breakfast. That was 25 euros for what you saw. Coffee, green juice, and my entree, which was delicious. So if you're ever in Amsterdam, I definitely recommend Bakers and Roasters. It was incredible, albeit it is a little bit on the more expensive side. But then again, I'm coming from Poland, so maybe it's not that bad. But kind of compared to the other prices I've seen, I would say it's right on track for what you would expect. So now I am currently at the Rijksmuseum. I am not able to buy tickets because my train leaves for the airport around that time, so unfortunately I cannot go inside. But if you are, and I've also been to the Louvre in Paris, so I think they're pretty similar. So if you are interested in art or interested in doing the Rijksmuseum, be sure to book your tickets ahead of time. It's just not something that I usually am interested in, so I am going to pass on that. So I'm just kind of walking around the gardens, but you can see all the tulips behind me. It is stunning. I love it. And it's freezing cold today. It is a high, like right now, I think it's about 8 degrees Celsius, and it is the end of April. So I am bundled. I am really cold, so I actually might try to find a place to go hang out inside. But yeah, that's what we can see around the gardens of the Rijksmuseum. I am now at the Bloemenmarkt, which is a massive flower market here in downtown Amsterdam. and just look at all of these beautiful flowers. So you can buy bulbs, seeds, the whole 9 yards to take back with you. It's so beautiful. I wish I had a garden or something where I could put peonies, because those are my favorite flower. But until then, I will just take a look at what they have. So I stopped for a Stroopwafel, and this is the place I ended up going, Van Holland Stroopwafels. It's just right down the street from Bloemenmarkt, so if you are in the area, that's kind of what it looks like. So let's go ahead and give this guy a shot. This is the caramel version, by the way. I mean, how could it be bad? It tastes amazing. So I picked up Stroopwafel like this, specialty. And then I also picked up my husband a mixture of them. So total, that was €11. I think this was like €2 to €3, something like that. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a great treat, and it's something you have to do when you are in Amsterdam. So I'm currently on the way to one of the canals, and I am by this plot. I honestly cannot remember the name for the life of me because it is Dutch. But I love it. I think it is such a cool square. I've been over here definitely a few times since arriving in Amsterdam, but it's the first time I've been on a weekend. It's quite busy, as you can see. Just finished up at the palace right behind me, you can see it. It was really nice. I'm glad I did it. It was a good way to kill an hour. And now I am off to get some coffee. Ended up at Starbucks because it's right by the canal station, or the central station, and that's where I need to go. So the vibe is really pretty. I love it. You can see the canal. You can see there's a lot of people inside. But this was €4.50, which I would say is pretty comparable to what I pay in Poland. I only picked up a beer, a sandwich, water, and a muffin for €21. Of course. So that is how much I spent at a day of eating in Amsterdam. It could be skewed a little bit because of airport stuff, but honestly, I didn't feel like the airport prices that I paid were that much different than what I paid in downtown Amsterdam. Yeah, sure, you can get a liter or a half a liter of beer for €6.50, but again, I feel like that is normal. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, that's how much I spent in a day of travel. Again, I didn't deprive myself. I just chose what I felt I was hungry for and all of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I am going to be doing a lot more traveling this year. I am headed to Portugal in the next 2 weeks. I am also going to be going to a whole bunch of other places. But I hope you guys enjoyed this time in Amsterdam and that you found it entertaining. And if you are planning to go to Amsterdam, I hope you get the chance, especially to see the tulips in the springtime. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. So I am here at the Keukenhof Gardens. It has been a dream of mine for years and years to see this beautiful place. So that is exactly where I'm at. You can see here behind me, this is literally the entrance, and it is so stunning. So you can get like free maps, which I'm going to partake in. But yeah, let's go see the tulips.
gosh, what did